Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 1st of February 2024. Let's start with our session. The first question says, Sing Chung Begun Village Community Reserve recently seen in the news is located in which Indian state? So during the Republic Day parade, Arunachal Pradesh highlighted its Sing Chung Begun Village Community Reserve, which is a 17 square kilometers biodiversity hotspot near Eagle Nest Wildlife Sanctuary. So it was established in the year 2017, and this reserve safeguards the Bugan Leucicla, which is a critically endangered passerine bird which is named after the Bugans community. So Bugans is an indigenous group of around 2000 people which inhabits 12 villages adjacent to Eagle Nest, and community reserves that were introduced in India's Wildlife Protection Act serve as a vital buffer, connector and migration corridor between the national parks and the forest, which would definitely ensure our biodiversity conservation. Okay, so since Arunachal Pradesh has highlighted this community reserve during the Republic Day parade, that's why it came into news. You have to remember that Singchun Begun Village Community Reserve is located in Arunachal Pradesh. Now in the next slide we will see some of the important tiger reserves that came into news for some or the other reason. Anamalai Tiger Reserve, which was recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? This tiger reserve is a part of Tamil Nadu state. Recently, which tiger reserve has got the title of India's first dark sky park? So India's first dark sky park is Pench Tiger Reserve that lies in Madhya Pradesh basically and predominantly, but some parts of Pench Tiger Reserve also lies in Maharashtra state on its boundary. The Udanti Sita Nadi Tiger Reserve that was recently seen in the news is located in which Indian state? This tiger reserve lies in Chhattisgarh. Which state is set to launch the world's first melanistic tiger safari? Here answer is Odisha. Odisha is set to launch the world's first melanistic tiger safari. Parambiculam Tiger Reserve, which was seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? This tiger reserve is a part of Kerala state. According to Wildlife Protection Society of India, which state led in tiger deaths in the year 2023? So as per this report, Maharashtra has taken the top spot in terms of tiger deaths in the year 2023. Okay, so these are some of the important tiger reserves that were in news in past few months. Next is INSAT 3DS, recently launched by ISRO, is what kind of satellite? So it is a kind of meteorological satellite, that is B option, and for this purpose ISRO and IMD has collaborated for this new meteorological satellite, which is a part of a climate observatory series, so that we can enhance our climate services. Okay, so GSLV F14 will deploy it, and it would join INSAT 3D and INSAT 3DR, and this satellite has different improvements like nighttime imaging, accurate sea surface temperature estimation and higher spatial resolution. Also its payloads include a multispectral imager, a 19-channel sounder, data relay transponder and a search and rescue transponder as well. Okay, simply you have to remember that INSAT 3DS is a kind of meteorological satellite and it has been launched by ISRO, that means India. Okay, now here our keyword would be satellite, and in the next slide we will see some of the important satellites that came into news. The first question says, which Middle Eastern country recently launched the Mahada Kehan 2 and Hatef 1 satellites as seen in the news? Here correct answer would be Iran. Iran has launched 3 satellites recently into space during their Simorgh rocket. Okay, talking about Mahada, it is a 32 kgs of satellite. Kehan is a kind of nano satellite that weighs less than 10 kgs, and talking about Hatef 1, it is a kind of nano satellite weighing less than 10 kgs. Okay, and these satellites were launched from the Imam Khomeini spaceport in Iran's Semnan province, and they were sent into the orbit ranging from 450 to 1100 kilometers. And this launch comes amid heightened tensions in the Middle East. Western countries have criticized the previous Iranian satellite launches because they believe that it would help the Iran country to develop long-range ballistic missiles. Fine. So these satellites are associated with the Iran country. So Raya satellite, which was seen in the news, is launched by which country? This satellite again belongs to Iran country. Which space organization has announced its plan to launch its first X-ray polarimeter satellite? Here answer would be India. Okay. They are asking about the space organization, so not India, answer would be ISRO. AstroSat is a space telescope launched by which country? So it is a space telescope that has been launched by our country, India. And last is which public sector space enterprise will launch India's GSAT-20 satellite aboard a SpaceX rocket later in 2024. This is New Space India Limited. They will launch India's GSAT-20 satellite with the help of a SpaceX rocket in 2024. Next is Dogri folk dance, recently seen in the news, is a famous folk dance form of which state or the Union Territory? So this is a dance form of Jammu and Kashmir. And recently, Dogri folk dancer Romalo Ram was honored with the Padma Shri award by the Indian government. And Romalo specializes in the traditional Daggar region dance known as Dogri folk dance. Typically, it is performed in the groups and the leader sings and dances while others provide the beats on drums and chimta in a sitting position. So it includes varieties with men and women play a significant role in worship, ceremonies, and as a celebratory pastime in Jammu. And other notable dances in this region are, for example, Dheku, then there is Jagaran, another is Koki, next is Kuddha, then another is Bhaktan, etc. Fine. So Dogri folk dance is a famous dance form of Jammu. Now in the next slide we will see some of the important dance forms that were in news. Garba is the traditional dance form of which state or the Union Territory? So this is the traditional dance form of Gujarat state. Bihu Nas is a dance form prevalently practiced in which Indian state? This is a dance form of Assam state. Lavani folk art is a traditional dance form famous in which state or the Union Territory? Here answer is Maharashtra. Theyyam or Kaliyattam is a ritual dance performed in which state or the Union Territory? It is a ritual dance that is performed in the state of Kerala. Khajuraho Dance Festival is a famous event organized in which Indian state? This is the dance festival of Madhya Pradesh. And last is Nana Sankirtana is a UNESCO recognized festival of dance and music held in which Indian state? A special thing about this festival is that it is UNESCO recognized and it is celebrated in the state of Manipur. Fine. Next is Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, recently seen in the news, is associated with which ministry? So it is associated with Finance Ministry, that is C option, and it intercepted 7 consignments from Hong Kong at the Foreign Post Office in New Delhi. It was established in the year 1957 and it is basically India's premier anti-smuggling agency which works under Finance Ministry. So it collects intelligence on smuggling, narcotics and under-invoicing, and it collaborates with the foreign agencies which definitely analyzes the trends and guide the investigation. Headquarters lies in New Delhi and this Directorate of Revenue Intelligence operates through 12 zonal units, 35 regional units and 15 sub-regional units. Fine. So simply you have to remember that Directorate of Revenue Intelligence works under Ministry of Finance. Now here our keyword would be ministry, and in the next slide we will see some of the important questions regarding different ministries. Border Security Force comes under which ministry? So BSF works under Ministry of Home Affairs. Kaushal Bhavan, which was seen in the news, is associated with which ministry? This Bhavan is associated with Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Parvatmala program, which was seen in the news, comes under which ministry? This program works under Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Fit India Champions podcast series, which was seen in the news, is launched by which ministry? This series was launched by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sport. Remission of duties and taxes on exported product scheme, which was seen in the news, is associated with which ministry? So it works under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Fine. These are few of the things that were in news, and that's why we have to remember with which ministry these things or schemes are associated with. Which state government has recently launched the road safety force to prevent the road accident? So here answer is Punjab. Who is the current Chief Minister of Punjab? It is Bhagwant Mann, and he launched the road safety force in Jalandhar, making Punjab the first state to initiate a dedicated road safety and traffic management force. So they are concerned about the high fatality rate of 17 to 18 lives lost daily in the road accident, and that's why he deployed 144 high-tech vehicles and 5,000 personnel to streamline the traffic and enhance the road safety across the state. So this marks a significant step in addressing the pressing issue of the road accidents there in Punjab. Okay, so Punjab has recently launched the road safety force to prevent the road accident. Now here our keyword would be state, and in the next slide we will see some of the important state related current affairs. Futala Lake recently seen in the news is located in which Indian state? Yesterday we have talked about it, and it lies in Maharashtra state. Kotai Amir Communal Harmony Award, which was seen in the news, is associated with which Indian state? This award is presented by Tamil Nadu government, and this year who is the winner? So Tamil Nadu has presented this honor to Muhammad Zubair. Who is he? He is basically the co-founder of Alt News. Okay. Kalaram Mandir, which was recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? This temple lies in Maharashtra state. Kachi Kharek dates, which is a variety of date that has recently received the GI tag, belongs to which Indian state? So this is a product from Gujarat state, and recently it got the GI tag. Ganga Sagar Mela, which is India's second largest fair after the Kumbh Mela, is celebrated in which Indian state? So this is the festival of West Bengal. Important thing is, it is the India's second largest fair after the Kumbh Mela, and recently it has been inaugurated. Okay. Next is Rusoma Orange Festival, recently seen in the news, is celebrated in which Indian state? Here your answer would be Nagaland, that is B option. This is basically a 2-day festival that is held in Rusoma village in the district Kohima, and the festival's goal is to encourage the rural farmers to promote the organic products and generate some income. And also this festival helps to strengthen the village's economy. Okay. So Rusoma Orange Festival is celebrated in the state of Nagaland. Which other festival is there in Nagaland which is quite famous? It is Hornbill. Fine. Now let's see some of the important festivals that were in news. Recently, International Camel Festival was started in which city of India? So International Camel Festival was inaugurated in Bikaner city that lies in Rajasthan. Which city is the host of India International Science Festival 2023? This is the city Faridabad. Annual festival Shar Amartala Torgya is celebrated in which Indian state? This is the festival of Arunachal Pradesh. Krishna Veni Sangeetha Niranjanam festival is associated with which Indian state? This festival is celebrated in the state of Andhra Pradesh. The Dhilo festival, which was seen in the news, is celebrated in which state or the union territory? This is the festival of Goa. Okay. Dalma Wildlife Sanctuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? So it is located in Jharkhand, and it lies 10 km away from Jamshedpur, and now it is introducing a canopy walk at a height of 25 feet. Fine. So this wildlife sanctuary was established in the year 1975, and it houses a significant Indian elephant population. Also it features dry peninsular, sal and northern dry mixed deciduous forest. So it is abundant in medicinal plants like Satavari, etc. And this sanctuary falls within the catchment of Subarnarekha river and Demna lake. Simply you have to remember the location of wildlife sanctuary. It lies in the state of Jharkhand. Now in the next slide, we will see some of the important wildlife sanctuaries that came into news. First is Sultanpur Bird Sanctuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? This bird sanctuary lies in Haryana state. Chandaka Dampara Wildlife Sanctuary, that was recently making news, is located in which Indian state? It lies in the state of Odisha. The Brahmagiri Wildlife Sanctuary, which was recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? It lies in the state of Karnataka. Eagle Nest Wildlife Sanctuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? This wildlife sanctuary is in Arunachal Pradesh, and we have talked about it in our very first question. Kavalakonda Wildlife Sanctuary, where Eastern Ghats Nature Interpretation Center is being opened, is located in which Indian state? You have to remember that Eastern Ghats Nature Interpretation Center is being opened in Kavalakonda Wildlife Sanctuary, which lies in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Madhai Wildlife Sanctuary is located in which Indian state? It is a part of Goa. Fine. So these are some of the important wildlife sanctuaries that we have to remember. Where was the National Conference on Strategic Trade Controls held? So here answer is A option, that is New Delhi, and it is organized by DGFT and supported by Ministry of External Affairs, and it is held at Vigyan Bhavan, New Delhi. Very focus is on India's strategic trade control, and it aims to ensure the compliance with international best practices. Also notable participants include key international figures and senior government officials. Over 500 industry representatives are anticipated, with registrations open to interested stakeholders via DGFT website. Fine. So what is the venue for the National Conference on Strategic Trade Controls? Answer would be New Delhi. Now let's see some of the important summits and the conferences. Where was 84th All India Presiding Officers Conference held? This meeting took place in Mumbai recently. Where was the 44th All India Criminology Conference of the National Forensic Science University held? So here answer is Gandhinagar, that lies in Gujarat. Which city was the venue of International Ayush Conference and Exhibition 2024? Answer is Dubai, UAE. What was the theme for Climate Conference 2024, which was recently held in Mumbai? You have to remember that Climate Conference took place in Mumbai, means venue for Climate Conference is Mumbai. And what was the theme for it? I am writing it here. Answer is Decoding the Green Transition for India. Okay. In which city was the All India Conference of Directors Generals and Inspector Generals of Police held in 2024? Here answer would be Jaipur. Fine. Next is Deep Grace Ekka, who recently announced her retirement, is associated with which sport? So she is a former Indian women's hockey defender and penalty corner specialist. So recently she announced her retirement from international hockey, and she is just 29 years old. And in total, she played in 268 matches for the Indian women's hockey team, including 2 Olympic Games as well. And she was a key player in India's qualification for the 2016 Rio Olympics and was a key defender at the 2021 Tokyo Olympics, where India finished at 4th position. Okay. So Deep Grace Ekka is associated with hockey, and recently she has announced her retirement. Now let's see some of the important sports related current affairs. Recently, which player made history by hitting the fastest triple century in the first class cricket? So this is Tanmay Agarwal, and he set the record for the fastest triple century in the first class cricket in January 2024, and he scored 323 runs out of 160 balls against Arunachal Pradesh in a Ranji Trophy played group game. So his innings include 33 boundaries and 21 sixes. Also, his 147 ball triple century broke the previous record held by Marco Morais, who scored a triple century in 191 deliveries in the year 2017. Fine. Here answer is Tanmay Agarwal. Recently, who received the Best FIFA Men's Player Award? This award was given to Lionel Messi. Shaun Marsh, who has recently retired from cricket, is a player from which country? Shaun Marsh has announced his retirement from cricket, and he is a player from the country Australia. Which player recently clinched the Chennai Grandmasters 2023 title? Here answer is D. Gukesh. Next is which female player led the Indian contingent at the Asian Games opening ceremony 2023? Your answer would be Lovlina Borgohen, and she is a boxer. Okay. If we talk about the men's player who led the Indian contingent at Asian Games opening ceremony, so this was hockey player Harmanpreet Singh. Okay. Next is, where was the biomass based compressed biogas plant inaugurated? In Uttar Pradesh recently. So Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Mr. Yogi Adityanath, has inaugurated Hindustan Petroleum Corporation's limited biomass-based compressed biogas plant in Buda. So this event is attended by Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri and other dignitaries, and it aligns with India's goal to reduce the reliance on imported fossil fuel. And this initiative is also the part of National Biofuel Policy 2018, and it contributes to the government's aim of decreasing the import dependency by 10%, and it would focus on second generation biorefineries and compressed biogas plant. Fine. So the biomass based compressed biogas plant has been inaugurated in Budaun, Uttar Pradesh recently. Now let's see some of the important and the recent inaugurations. All India Institute of Speech and Hearing, recently seen in the news, is inaugurated at which city of Uttar Pradesh? This institute has been inaugurated in the city of Kanpur. Recently, Union Fisheries Minister Purushottam Rupala inaugurated an artificial reef project in which Indian state? Here answer is Kerala. Which city is the location of recently inaugurated India's first girls military school? Answer is Vrindavan. Recently, UP has inaugurated the state's first intra-district helicopter service between which two districts? So answer would be Agra and Mathura. And last is Swarvet Mahamandir, which is the world's largest meditation center, inaugurated recently, is located in which Indian city? This is world's largest meditation center and it lies in Varanasi. Okay. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.